must admit, these guys are sadistic, getting a chef to talk at lunchtime. Hello, everyone. My ear mic is already falling. So when these guys from Shift said, you need to come and inspire all these youngsters, talk about your journey, I immediately got onto Google and started looking for Amin Haq's number. Needed to spin some stories because if I really think about it, I had great fun and really couldn't remember what were the struggles I went through. And two-thirds of my life, if I may say so, has sailed quite smoothly. Many people ask me, why did you become a chef? What's the reason? What qualifications? Where were you trained? I'm an illiterate and so bloody proud of it. And I didn't even want to become a chef. When I was young and good Marwari girls, which Neha knows very well, I wanted to go to Wharton Business School and have my name on the Forbes 50 list, super industrialist, super rich, have two little assistants following me, and a pink jet plane ready for me to take off wherever. It didn't happen. Not really quite like that. So you see, my grades, they were not very good. Again, illiterate, so of course grades were not great. And I barely managed to finish school, so couldn't get into any college. All my good friends, they would go to various professors who had some pull in college and say, sir, they don't know admission, Ritu, they don't know admission. Didn't work. And finally, under sports quota, I got into one very good university. The only sports I played, a deck of cards. And so one day in college, and no, this is not me, not going to happen, and I quit. I think that was the best decision I ever made in my life. The parents in this audience, I have a feeling they're going to put a hit on me. Okay. So I quit, and what do? Like, again, good Marwari girls, I joined my father's business. I was 17-year-old. And it was a high. It was a super high because suddenly I was making money. I was suddenly was traveling the world. Suddenly things were happening, and whilst all my friends were still, struggling, studying, going to college, and the biggest thrill for them was going to Deepal's for a cold coffee or something. And when you make money when you're young, I think it's a terrible thing to happen because by the time I was 21, I had a little bit money in my pocket, and I thought, okay, now it's time to retire. So what do? I will open a restaurant. I like to eat. I've traveled the world, and I'm Miss Know It All. So I will open a restaurant and follow my guts. Stupid. That's when I opened my first restaurant, Mezzaluna. I was 21-year-old, and what a wonderful disaster that restaurant was. It was always empty. It was really always empty. And I used to always sit there, and there was this poor guitarist who used to sit there strumming on his guitar, singing in an empty restaurant, and I would clap, the only one being there clapping that, maybe the clap will get someone in. But then, if I went to Wharton Business School and paid all the tuition fees and the flight tickets and the dorm fee, etc., I think I would have spent that sort of money in any case, the money I lost in that restaurant. So it didn't work, and I still remember there was this one very nice woman who used to come to that restaurant feeling very sorry for me, ki koi iske paas khana khana hi nahi aata. And she came and said, do you cater? Of course I cater. I've been catering all my life. What? So it's my mother's birthday. We are 20 of us, so if you could do. I said, no problem, will be done. 20 people, so I will send 5 portions of fish, 3 portions of chicken, 6 portions of lamb, 2 portions of vegetarian. That's 20 portions of food for 20 people. Of course, I didn't cater. I didn't know that when there's a buffet, you can't put 3 portions of chicken for 20 people. So the food ran out. Everything was cold. My poor naive waiters didn't know how to serve the food, never stood behind a buffet. And this nice woman next day came, paid my bill in full, of course, empty restaurant, and said, you've never really catered in your life, have you? No. I sent her a box of cookies and a very, very soppy, sorry note. And today she is my business partner in my restaurants. Thank you, Geeta. Okay, so this restaurant didn't work. Obviously, it didn't work. But you know those punching clowns, you punch and they come right back? That's me. So, okay, ye nahi chala, koi baat nahi. Delhi is not ready for me. It's not refined enough for me. They don't have fine taste. I will go to a city which truly deserves me. So, I ran off to London and opened another restaurant as if one failed restaurant wasn't good enough for me. Okay, first few months didn't work. Payday is coming, there's no money in the bank, checks are going to. But I was a very clever girl. Every 30th, I would swipe my own credit card in the retail, whatever you have in the restaurant, so the money would hit my bank account the following day. My checks would get cleared, and I would have 15 days to figure out how I will pay my credit card bills. Well, in long run, it worked because sooner or later, Vama worked. And soon we had Brian Adams, Eric Clapton. Yes, I'm starstruck. We all know that. And the restaurant really worked. It was super. I really learned the thrill, the high of running a restaurant, but I was miserable. I was really miserable because I had to clean my apartment myself, no one to serve me breakfast in bed, walking to the tube station in 2 degree. And most of all, I missed my driver. So, next flight, I'm back home again. And that's how my beloved Diva started when I came back. The love of my life and something which finally gave me stability. When Diva started, we were 13 of us. And today, I'm very proud to say, it's a family of 245 people. Huh? And what makes me even prouder, I don't know how many of you know that, but 90% of my chefs don't have any technical background or educational background. If the boss is an illiterate, so the chefs also, most of them can't read, most of them can't write, but do they cook a mean pasta or what? So Diva is really about we hire, we train, and we empower. And if I look back and if I think about it, if I had gone to a university, if I had really studied, would it have made a difference to my life? No, I don't think so. I think this organization is about education. Okay, I would have had 3 great years, lots of fun. I would have a great time bunking college canteens, Nimbu Pani of Stephens and Keema Patty, etc. Yeah, that would have happened. But what I learned hands-on, doing, learning, making mistakes, I don't think a college education could have given me that. But that's my own experience. But on a serious note, if I really look back and ask myself, what is this one thing that has kept me going? And what is this one thing that has always worked in my favor? Is I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. I was not afraid of opening my first restaurant. I was not afraid of running away to London when I was 23. I'm not afraid of restaurants not working. I'm also not afraid how long this high will last. Because let's face it, restaurant is a bloody glamorous business and the high and the thrill is super. So I'm just not a scary poo. And also when I actually discovered my sexuality, I was not afraid. I accepted it in a minute of a matter and I was even relieved about it. I was not afraid to tell my mother about it. She was quiet for about 2 days or so, and third day, she sent my partner a box of mangoes. I knew all was good. So, it's very easy, it would be very easy for me to, like I was saying before, to tell all of you, yes, everything fell into place, everything was super, everything was great. But that would also mask, in some ways, reality. It's comforting, but it's not true. I think success is just not about following your passion, but it's also very important that you get rid of self-doubt. because you got to believe that you are the rock star, and believe me, you can do it. So, talking about my journey, I really don't have much to say because my journey is just to begun, it's yet to make ko bhi abhi khelne ka hai. All right? Thank you all. Thank you for your time.